My name is Cindy, and my pantry is a hot mess. Hi everybody, today I am going to take you along with me while I declutter and reorganize my pantry. I am selling my house. We are moving from Napa, California to Denver, Colorado, and when I am filming this, we are within very few days of listing our house and having people come look at it and hopefully accepting an offer so we can buy another house, because my life's not complicated. So this is not just a pantry declutter for like standard my pantry's a hot fucking mess kind of purposes. This is a pantry declutter that has some specific objectives. Objective number one, on the off chance that people glance in the pantry when they are looking at the house, they are not going to be like, ah, when they see it, and they'll be able to see that there is actually some really good pantry space here, because that was important to us when we were maximizing how small of a kitchen space we have. It's very small. But having a pantry that could hold the food so that whatever other cabinet space we had could be utilized for tools and utensils was very important to us. So having it look aesthetically pleasing is a big number one. Objective number two, we have a lot of shit in our pantry. We need to know what is in there so that we can eat it up before we move. I don't want to travel completely without food from the pantry. We're going to be, having movers come, but then we're also going to be driving the cats and the houseplants and the computers and so on and so forth from California to Denver. So there is that. But we would like to not have to take hella stuff with us, just enough to get our new pantry started. So we need to eat through it, and in order to do that, we need to know what's in there. And at the moment, all I know of what's in there is in the very first layer, but as I've said in other videos, I am a piler and a layerer. Whenever there is stuff, I will always put more stuff on top of it or push more stuff to the back and put stuff on top of it. I have a very deep pantry. You can imagine how many layers of like sediment, except it's food, we have. So knowing what we have so that we can use it before we move is a very key objective. And then finally, the third objective is to make a big donation to our local food bank. Food banks have been hit really hard during the pandemic. Ours is no exception. I know for a fact there's stuff in there we are not going to get through in the next month and a half. And I also know for a fact that aside from like opened bags of chips and things like that, most everything in there isn't expired, because I had to go through it relatively recently for other reasons. So I'm assuming there isn't too much going to waste in there, hopefully. We shall see. But I would like to take anything I don't imagine us using in the next month and a half to the food bank. On that note, I have a quick disclaimer. If I have to throw stuff away, like I know that there is a container in there with some Doritos in it that I had opened up and I had eaten through a lot of them, but there were a few left and they probably are stale and I'll have to throw them away. I understand that there is food insecurity right now, which is why we're going to donate what we can. I'm not going to donate stale ass chips. I have lived with very intense food insecurity, which is partly why I tend to hoard food. So I have my own emotional issues attached to poverty and food insecurity that I'm not going into in this video because this isn't the place for them. I also am going to invite you to not come at me if you get mad because I have to dump some Doritos in my compost. And that's the other disclaimer. Any food that does need to be disposed of because it is stale, I will be composting. If you wonder why I'm using like compostable bags and things like that, in Napa, thankfully, we have city compost. All of our food scraps, including meat and bones, can go into our yard waste bins, and we can use compostable bags to transport all of that. So I will be using those to get rid of as much as I possibly can of anything that needs to be gotten rid of. I would prefer to compost it as much as possible. I don't think that's going to be the case when we're in Denver, and that's actually going to be something I'm going to have to adapt to, whether we have to start our own backyard compost or not. Now, I wanted to take a couple seconds and explain the process I'm going to go through. And the reason I'm explaining this up front is because I am somebody who can suffer really hardcore from decision fatigue and from getting lost in examining each individual thing. It's why going through pictures, woo, bright, that's a little bit better. I can get really lost in the process of making decisions about things. And when I worked on my books, I was able to go through it really quickly, and I'm going to apply some of the same reasoning to that, although I'm going to adapt it a little bit specifically to the food. Step number one, I'm going to pull everything out, except for the top shelf that has some platters and stuff. I already went through that when I was packing. I know what's up there. I'm not going to mess with that, but all of the other shelves, everything's getting pulled out. Step number 2, I'm going to go through all of the food in categories. I'm going to go through and look at what I am going to donate. I'm going to look at what needs to be thrown away, and I am going to look at what's going back in there. Step number 3, I'm going to write down everything that we have to use, and then step number 4, everything is going back in hopefully an aesthetically pleasing manner. This is very ambitious. Also, I'll be utilizing a timer. It is 2:19 right now, and I am going to be doing each section in batches of time. I think the emptying out is going to take a while, so I'm going to give myself 20 minutes to empty out. Ideally, I want everything out and everything back in by 5 o'clock. So that's 2.5 hours. So we're going to start with the emptying out, and we'll see where we go from there. I need to take off my sweater and my boots because I am super warm. One of the things I noticed when I was cleaning my pantry out was that I think I need to rearrange it. Currently, the topmost shelf had like tea and coffee and baking mixes, and then the next shelf down was like a fucking masterpiece of snacks, and by masterpiece, it's like a Picasso of snacks, or a Monet. No, it's not even from far away. It looks good. It doesn't look good at all. And then the next one was like the grocery items, canned soups and sauces and pasta and things like that. And then the next one down had some baking things and some breakfast things. And then down from that were 2 shelves of just a mixture of like lunch items and random shit that I forgot was there. And then the bottom was just a bunch of like stuff that got thrown there. So not very organized. I think I need to reorganize it, but before I do that, I need to thin out what's here so that when I put everything back, I know it's going in. So my first job is going to be to sweep through all of it, find what I'm going to donate, and what I am going to throw away. So I'm going to get a box for donations, take off my warm layers, and I will see you probably at the snack table. I think the snack table needs to be the starting point. I'm also going to, at least with the chips and the pretzels, taste to see how stale they are. It's like sniffing someone else's laundry to see if it's dirty. Is it really a good idea? I don't know. I decided that I wasn't quite ready for the taste testing that was coming with the snack area, so I was gonna go through the grocery area first because this should be the easiest one to kind of go through. Now these are potatoes that just need to be put into the potato bins. The closet was the pantry was just such a mess I didn't bother, so I'm not gonna worry about these for right now until everything's ready to go in. Let's see, so we've got these cans of corn. They are not expired. I got them because I thought that I would need corn for a meal and I couldn't get to Trader Joe's. The only non-corn on the cob corn I like is the Trader Joe's frozen corn. It's so good. I thought those would be better, but I'm not gonna ever use those. this roasted red pepper and tomato soup. The family loves it, but we got it for grilled cheese sandwiches. And again, that just doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. So I'll get rid of that. Cannellini beans I got for a recipe, thinking I might convince Kat to eat them, but Kat hates beans, so what's the point? I've got all of these soups that Jesse likes for lunches, but he has not touched them in recent days. So I'm thinking I should just get rid of them. I'll maybe save the steak and potatoes and one of the beef with country vegetables, but the rest of them will donate. He's just not eating them, and I don't feel like trekking these. These are like $1 each if you get them on sale, so I'm not really feeling like trekking these to Denver. Definitely keeping the rice-a-roni. I can totally cook around that. This minute rice is actually part of a recipe that I used that I didn't really like. I have no idea if I'm going to use this. I think since it's already open and I don't think I'm going to use this again, this should just go into the compost. If it's something's opened and I don't think I'm going to use it again, like I don't like minute rice. I prefer like real rice, like regular rice. Keep the tomato puree because I do use that, medium shells for broccoli cheddar, for broccoli mac and cheese. I've still got one shake and bake left, which will go good with the rice-a-roni when I'm on my rag, man. This couscous and this barley, like I like both of them, but I don't think I'm going to cook with them. And I think they were both mistakes in my Imperfect Foods order. So I'm going to send those to the food pantry. This panko breadcrumbs has expired. It's like a leftover one from a Every Plate meal. And then this linguine, I'll just throw that in the food pantry. A big tomato sauce, I'll hang on to that. Beans, I got these to see what Princess Diana's favorite nighttime snack is, and I'm still gonna try it. RJ thinks I'm gross, but whatever. Water chestnuts for a meal that I didn't wind up making. I'm not gonna worry about it. Turkey gravy, again, for a meal I don't think I wound up making, so I'll throw that in here as well. Giant motherfucking garlic, totally gonna use that. As a matter of fact, we're almost out of our one that we have currently. Marinara, I'm going to send this one onwards because I actually don't like that marinara and I don't know how that wound up in my cupboard. Chili with beans, chili with no beans. I'm going to give away the chili with no beans and save the chili with beans because I'll have that for lunch one day. Chicken broth, using that. Fettuccine and thin spaghetti. I'm going to get rid of the thin spaghetti. I don't know why we have that. It's not angel hair, but I don't care for anything thinner than regular spaghetti. But we'll hang on to the fettuccine because I can cook with that. Oven ready lasagna. Do I think I'm going to make a lasagna? I have a spinach. I'll make a lasagna. Gnocchi for chicken gnocchi soup. These are some leftover tortillas that Jesse and I can eat up this week. Basmati rice, which I keep. You'll see I have a massive shit ton of other rice, but we also enjoy basmati rice. This is some hot sauce that came with my sticker mule order. Kids already have their hot sauces they like. Croutons, saving those. Got all these extra crispy shake and bake, which I don't like. Again, don't know why I bought that. Panko breadcrumbs. Panko breadcrumbs. Which one of these? So these are expiring in September. These are expiring in December. I'll give the December ones to the food pantry and I'll take these ones. These ones expire in a few days. These are regular breadcrumbs. So I will probably compost these. Oh yeah, they've got like something growing in them. Gross. Crushed tomatoes. I'm going to put these in the food pantry because I don't cook with those as much as I cook with sauce. And the olive oil was in there to get it off the counter, but that's usually where it lives. So I have cut this down massively, which means the amount of stuff I put on this shelf is not much. So I could probably move the potatoes onto this shelf, which would save me space. Or the onions. So I'm going to take this and just divide up the potatoes and the onions into their baskets. I think I'm going to avoid the tasting and head over here. This might be the hotter mess, but there's less that I have to taste for staleness. I'm going to put these PB situations in. Did I open all of them? I think I did not. I got these when I thought it was going to be a good idea to make like some kind of smoothie to lose weight. I'm never going to do that. Like, why would I even pretend? I've got a bunch of these random ramens that we got because we wanted to see if Kat could find a ramen that they like, but then Kat never eat them. So food pantry, you're getting a bunch of random ramens through a macaroni and cheese cup. This spice cider is not expired until the fall, but we're not going to drink it. So Merry Christmas, food pantry. Same with these old-fashioned oats. I bought these when I didn't realize I had a shit ton of them. Snacks. All right, so we've got these nuts. We have unopened sunflower seeds, raw and shelled. I think I thought these were a good idea. Probably not. Cashew pieces. Send these both. Neither of these got touched. So we'll send those to the food pantry. Double chocolate chunk granola. I'm pretty sure that this is Kat's and that Kat hadn't been eating it but wanted to try again. And these freeze-dried strawberries I got because I wanted them, and I'm going to save those as well. Here's another can of soup. I'm impressed. So I bought these when I was on my period. And in our house, Kat and Jesse like the nasty brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts, but I prefer either frosted strawberry, frosted chocolate, or unfrosted strawberry, and RJ and I eat the same ones. And I told him he could only have half of these, and I forgot they were in there, and there's still 2 packs left. These are going to my desk. Bought a bunch of these lattes for us to experiment with. I think the only one we really liked was the matcha, so I'm gonna keep the classic, no, I'm gonna keep the vanilla caramel chai, and I'm gonna give away the rose pink and the regular chai. I have a lot of Clif Bars. I kept buying them, and then they kept disappearing. But they're not being eaten. I have 1, 2, 3 boxes of Clif Bars. And these will get eaten, but I feel like I should donate 1 box of them to reprimand myself for not paying attention to what I have. These sticky rice bowls are the best. They are so good. And we bought a huge amount of them and the kids burnt out on them, so these just haven't been eaten, but I'm gonna hang on to these 4 because they're really handy on nights when I'm tired and I want rice with dinner. They're gonna go on the grocery shelf because that's where they belong. So this is our little bin that we use for bars, for like quick snacks. I think I need a bigger one if I'm gonna get all of my granola bars in there, so I'm gonna go look and find one real quick. I think I packed all my bins. We're gonna make it work, and if it doesn't fit, then it's gonna go into the situation. So let's do some organization here. Clif Bars. Jesse and RJ both eat these. I'm gonna buy some. Like when we're gonna fly to Denver, we'll want some for the drive there to the airport. And when we drive to Denver, we're gonna want some for the drive. Like the Clif Bar, the Cool Mint Chocolate Clif Bar is a staple in this house when it comes to road trips for both Jesse and RJ. So they will get eaten. I think they just got lost. So these chewy peanut butter ones, I'm actually gonna set one aside and eat it when I'm done with this because these are fucking good, and I thought Jesse ate them all. I bought them for me and he's like, ooh. So those, and then we have another Clif Bar. And we've got some Nutri-Grain bars. Kat likes those. These are just handy, especially on school mornings when you have a kid who's not sure what they're going to eat. These little tiny ones I got because they didn't have the ones Jesse usually likes. And we got some of those. So these are going to go to the ones he likes are these breakfast probiotics, peanut butter and dark chocolate kind ones. These are Jesse's other, because he in the morning does not like to eat a lot. It kind of fucks with his stomach, so having something like this to throw into his mouth is very, very helpful. I also would have stuck this box of fruit strips in, but I'm gonna do something different with those because I can. But those are also something I'm gonna hang on to. And then I'm gonna take these fruit strings from the snacks pile. I've got 2 bags of them from Imperfect Foods. Jesse loves these, and I'll put them with the dried fruit because that's what they are, even if they're more snacky dried fruit. So this empty guy is Cocoa Pebbles, which is RJ's favorite cereal, and he'll eat it and then eat like 3 pieces of fruit, and I'm fine with that. So I'm gonna set that over here for now because it's empty, but it's gonna stay empty till I buy more. And this is Rice Chex, which is my personal favorite, but I haven't had it in a while. Let's see, shall we? How stale? This is gonna get composted. And I'll just use this and dump the Raisin Bran in. The bran of the raisin. I think I got this through Imperfect Foods. Normally I buy generic Raisin Bran. I found that generic brands often are just as delicious, if not more. Generic Raisin Bran and generic corn flakes to me have always been more delicious. I know I'm gonna need to get some more cereal for RJ for that one. And then there's my bran of raisins. I've got peanut butter. I need to make sure to add, I should have a list for things I'm gonna need because they're almost out of creamy peanut butter, and this is the peanut butter of choice of my children. I prefer crunchy. Then I have this Justin's peanut butter spread that I thought I would try. It's good, but I've opened it. I'm not gonna not use that. Haven't opened this chocolate PB either, PB2, so that one's going to the food pantry. Somebody's gonna be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna live my best diet food life. Extra crisp English muffins. That bread is good. Apple butter from Whole Foods. I probably spent so much money on this, but I'm probably not gonna eat it. So I'm just gonna go to the food bank. And then we have peanuts. Go with the dried fruit nut. 2 jars of why? Did this one get used up? This one is, did RJ open one? When the other one wasn't? Okay, so this one is like almost gone. So I'm just gonna get rid of the almost gone one. And before you ask, yes, my 15-year-old and I eat the shit out of some Marmite. Tuna, I tend to eat tuna. I'm gonna donate some of it. I'll keep the chicken of the sea and donate the generic tuna because I need some way to do it. These English muffins are also good. They're for Jessie right now. This sourdough bread is, I don't know how old it is, but it's not looking too good. So maybe I should toss that one. This buttermilk bread still looks fine, even though it's old. Let's close this one tightly, close it like a harpoon daily, and then toss this guy because it feels wrong. It's my favorite strawberry jam. It's the organic strawberry fruit spread from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna hang on to that. I'm almost out of my one that's in the fridge. Applesauce. And I have another applesauce. So we'll donate one applesauce and keep the other. We don't eat applesauce very often, but when we do, we eat the entire jar. Well, RJ eats the entire jar. This guy's about to expire, so I'm gonna toss it. Really not a lot of expired foods. Okay, so we've got some items here. We have, I'm just gonna sniff to see if they're rancid. Smells fine to me. We've got regular oats, steel cut oats. They smell good too. One of these, okay, so here's a problem with organizing your food this way. One of these are quick cook steel cut oats, and one of these are not. I think these are the quick cook ones. I'm gonna have to figure this out one day. I should have labeled these, but I didn't. So they smell fine, so we're gonna hang on to them, but I don't know which one is which. And I guess we'll figure it out when I need steel cut oats. Massive thing of plain rice. I bought a massive bag, a 50-pound bag of it when there was a big old run of rice, and that was the only rice that was available were these giant bags. We've gone through more than one of this size from that, but this is what's left. We have sugar, white sugar. I don't like this. This is not yummy. This crispy light granola, I thought I was gonna like it. I'm tossing it. Nobody else is gonna eat it. There's no point in keeping it around if nobody's gonna eat it, and you can't donate it if it's already open. All right. So then we have wheat flour, white flour. So these are the macaroni and cheese cups, which I'm going to donate as much as they are my favorite, like quick lunch. I'm not going to eat all of those. I probably shouldn't be eating all of them. And if I'm saving things like the tuna, I'll eat that. This ramen, again, from the Great Ramen Experiment. These are expired sunflower seeds, but I can use this to put the other dried fruit and nuts in. We have sugar, flour, powdered sugar, other sugar. This is pasta. I'm going to compost these lasagna noodles because I kept some other ones. Actually, these should still, wait, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That might be enough. This chocolate granola is old, but I have fresh chocolate granola. This is from when Kat decided they hated it. But now they like it, so hope they eat it. Organic ground flaxseed, organic golden roasted flaxseed, and chia seeds. The chia seeds and the golden flaxseed are for my granola that I make from scratch. But the golden, this ground flaxseed, I'm gonna donate because I'm not gonna use that. So I'll take these two guys though, and these will go in this container. Over here we have a bin full of popcorn, Jesse's favorite snack. We have Trader Joe's oat beverage that I got to give a try and then forgot I got it. Another granola, which I think was an almond granola. Cat does not like anymore, but I might use this to put this granola in instead. It smells good. It smells like strawberries. And then I have a box of diced peaches in 100% juice that I'm going to hang on to. And then I have several of these teas that I love, but I forgot that I had because they were so far back. So I'm glad to have them. Now here, we have instant cream of wheat, which I actually really like, but again, I forgot was here. So I'm going to hang on to these, but these I'm going to donate. I'm going to put the instant cream of wheat in here, and maybe then I will put all of the fruit strips in this one. Does that make sense? They're related. They're things I like. My problem with these fruit strips, though, is that I tend to have a bit of an impulse control problem with them. I'll eat them. The thing that'll stop me from eating all of them is that my mouth will start to hurt. And then finally, in the far back here, we have some crackers, which I'm just going to compost because I don't know how old they are. A couple of empty containers. I've got all of this ramen, which is also going to get sent to the food bank. We're de-ramenifying the house. More ramens. I'm telling you, somehow the ramen is a situation. And then we have some condiments in this bin. We've got Dijon mustard, which RJ kill for right now. He's super into the different mustards on what he calls his chamois. Wait, when does this expire? This is expired. We're tossing that. Sorry, RJ. Club soda, that'll get donated. Mrs. Buttersworth, which we don't eat. We prefer the real maple syrup. This is expired. Yum Yum sauce is expired. Real maple syrup, this is the stuff we actually like, is not expired, so we'll hang on to you. A couple of these expiring peaches, and Mrs. Buttersworth, which is not expired, but we're going to donate. We got it because my niece likes it, but they didn't wind up eating it when they were here. And then a bag of spaghetti that we got from Costco. I'm gonna hang on to one of these and donate the other two, because we won't eat this much spaghetti. And that leaves this, which I could have totally used for those bars. Maybe I'll hang on to this and we'll see if I need it for anything else. And toss all of these because they're expired. They're like really expired. I'm not going to decide how I'm going to reorganize this until I go through the snacks, which is the one section that's left. Well, not try the beverages too. Maybe I'll do those before the snacks. Okay, this is sort of the drink section and those baking mixes I was talking about, which I kind of want to separate. So what I have here is all of the teas that RJ and I are accumulating, and then any extra coffee and things for like water filter and shit like that. I need to separate those. We'll keep the coffee with the tea, but everything else needs to be separated because they're not going to be together anymore. And I've also got the tea biscuits that we have. Currently Hobnobs, the knobbly biscuits, and Rich Tea, which we haven't tried yet. We also recently had Jammy Dodgers, which were hella bomb. British people know how to have tea cookies. I mean, obviously it makes sense, right? But like, hell yeah. So I'll keep these guys in here because those are going to stay with the tea. This is the berries tea. I'm just trying to separate out any tea bags that are in here so that we can keep those kind of separately. We've got Sleepy Time tea, a couple boxes of Sleepy Time of different types. I think I'm going to donate Nightly Calm and just keep Sleepy Time. Most of my tea is open, so I can't donate anything, I don't think. But I'm going to try and donate this Sleepy Time. Oh, well, we keep it all. We'll keep it all. I have these matcha packets that I'm going to try making homemade matcha lattes with. I'll just stick those in here. Sencha green tea. All right, so this will all go in here. This is these guys. Probably should get another one of these, but I'm not going to buy any new containers until we move and I know what kind of containers to have. So I'm going to move tea baking items over here. We're going to keep super moist strawberry because this is the best. This is even better than Funfetti. Chocolate chip muffin mix and rich creamy frosting, and then we're going to keep the Meyer lemon from Trader Joe's because this is the jam, and then I'm going to get rid of the rest of them. The rest of these aren't expired. I already looked when I pulled them out, but I'm not going to make them. The pumpkin, gingerbread, and chocolate, these are just from Christmas time. And then also these 2 boxes of corn muffin mix. I'm just not going to use them. And so I can tell that I'm not going to use them. So we have this guy. Ooh, that white box. We'll use this box for the other teas. So we'll put the boxes of teas that don't have like, these all have like, they don't have a little wrapper on them. And then we have all of the loose tea. So I've got English breakfast tea, which is delicious. Twinings Earl Grey, which is my favorite Earl Grey. We have this guy, which is Darjeeling. This brand also does a tea called Paris that I knocked over and spilled, which I'm not gonna, until I run out of one of these, I'm not gonna order another one. So good though. But this is also good. Buddha's Blend from David's Tea, which we love. And then the Cream of Earl Grey, which is the quick runner up to regular Twinings Earl Grey. And then we have these 2 boxes of samplers, which don't have a ton left in them, but they do have some left in them. So I am going to put those in here for now to hang on to so that RJ and I can wrap up our sampler lifestyle. And I'll just throw the tea biscuits on top of this, and I'll put this over here with the other teas. And those are our tea situations. And then we have a new, this is the coffee Jesse and I drink, blonde roast from Starbucks. There's one open already. This one just goes over here. And then there's the water filters and the Mr. Coffee filter for the coffee pot. So those guys are ready to go in. 2 bins of beverage. I just want to be able to pull them down without having everything land on my head, which is the way it was kind of going. Okay, I guess I can't put it off anymore. Snacks, so many snacks. Okay, Compost, I'm just gonna stick you here because you're gonna need to be ready for some of this, I think. All right, let's just go for it, shall we? One easy way to get rid of, I'm not even gonna put the bag in there because it's a narrow little compost holder, and sometimes when you're trying to dump things, it makes it hard. These are my Tostitos chips, my favorite chips to have with burritos, with cheese, for taco salad. These are my favorites, and I'm pretty sure these are stale. Oh yeah, they're stale. No. But thankfully, you guys are probably like, gross, you're not rinsing that out. It's the same fucking chip, it's just stale. Same brand, everything. Same chips. God, I have to like rinse that out of my mouth. It's so stale. These aren't stale. Yes, they are. These are expired. Let's find out. They don't taste expired. I'm keeping these. Maybe it wasn't the party size bag I got before. Maybe I got the small bag. Okay, you know chips are full of air. Tasted fine. That's a good chip. Okay, number 2. Pretzels. I need to rinse my mouth out. Nuh-uh. These even smell stale. It's just been a while. Like, I've been so lazy and so exhausted with everything else that I haven't been making the kids get snacks out of things. Normally I'm a much better manager of my kitchen than this. I say. That may not be true. These guys though, see, I already knew I was going to need more, and these ones are not stale. Let's have to remind ourselves of what a tasty pretzel tastes like. Not bad. This Crunch and Munch. I can't even compost this. It's like a solid brick. It's so old. It's the toffee has like fused to itself. I always buy it and then I think I'm gonna eat it. But popcorn like sticks in my teeth now in a way that's really uncomfortable. These both are unopened beet crackers. They're Kat's favorite, but one of them is expired. Yeah, those have a nice stale beet cracker smell. Candy and cookies. These are my miniature cups. I'm gonna put them in a bag that's like, well, no, I don't want to waste another bag. I'll just roll this up. These are mine. No one must touch. Wafer cookies from Trader Joe's. I haven't tried the peanut butter one yet, but these chocolate ones are the jam, and I have been very stressed out lately, so I emotionally eat. Keeping the saltines because I've been so nauseated lately. Those are what those are bought for. We have some Ritz crackers. Set these to the side for now. This should be fine. I'm gonna just toss these barbecue chips because, well, wait, I had these recently. No, these are good. I'm keeping these. Haven't opened these yet, but I'm certainly not giving these away because these are also legit. I've been doing some period shopping, if you can't tell. TJ Meyer Lemons cookies. I'm gonna put these with the the tea time cookies. And then these little eggs. Has anybody eaten? No, they've been getting eaten. That's good. Somebody ate them. I'm gonna keep these out because the kids obviously have discovered them. They'll finish those. They're little Tony's Chocolonely eggs, the ethical chocolate. Okay, I've been putting it off long enough. Goldfish, how stale are you? We normally go through these at a pretty fast clip. They're fine. I'll just make sure to note that we have them. Cheese it. Again, we tend to go through these pretty quickly. They smell fun. They taste fun. These are good. I remember putting these in recently. This is the real question. I think these are going to be stale, and I'm not sure I'm ready for nacho cheesy or Doritos. God, my mouth is full of... Hold on, I gotta rinse. This is so gross. Okay, I can do this. Oh. Nope. Blech. Oh God, it's even worse because the cheese hits you. Oh no! Oh no. Okay. This is a problem. Wait, we don't know about these yet. Hold on. Peanut butter pretzels. Mm-mm. Blech. Okay. I need to deal with this. Sorry, compost. I will compost more, but I'm overwhelmed. Fuck at the paper towels. I don't know where anything is. I'm overwhelmed with stale nacho cheese. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Get rid of those eggs. There's only a couple of them left. And they're covered in this. I just don't want to clean it off just for the sake of 2 eggs that my kids might have forgotten are there. Waste of food? Yeah, probably. But sometimes you just gotta choose what's gonna make the most sense for you. Okay. Oh, there was one on the floor too. I'm gonna have to sweep that up. I mean, I'll have to sweep after this anyway. Clean up this mess in a hot minute. But first of all, this guy's gonna get washed out and put away, and this guy's gonna get washed out. And this is Triscuits. I'm just gonna compost these guys. I might just wash him out and say forget the Triscuit. Triscuit, not Trishkit. Sean Connery. Oh my God. I got so close before having a hot mess take over here, you guys. What the hell's in here? I don't even know. Are these good? I love these breadsticks. No, these are so expired. So expired. Mom's candy bin. These guys go in here. These guys go in here. These guys go in here. We'll find a spot to stick all of my deliciousness where the kids can't find it because they'll eat so much of it. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna wash these little guys. Which one did this one go with? That one. And I have a clean big one that was left over. Ow! This guy was left over from another set. So I'm gonna use this one for the barbecue chips to get the bag out of there. So I don't think I'm gonna be wanting nacho cheese Doritos for a while after that. But this is all the snacks that are left. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, I'm gonna take a hot minute here. And the trash is still not even full, so I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna run this compost out, take a minute to breathe after my horror story with the Doritos. And then I'm gonna get my list and quickly get the list and list things out before I put them away. And then I'm gonna think about the redesign. It's 4:43 and I went for a walk with Jesse after taking a bit of a rest because my kidneys were starting to hurt and they're still hurting, but I can get through this. I also took a minute to inventory the things that we have here. I have a printable I made that says, "Eat this shit, yo." It's not perfect, but it was just something I wanted to put on the inside of my pantry. And my patrons are gonna get this as a bonus download the day this video goes live, so that's all well and good. But I want to build my pantry. So originally the shelves were drink materials like coffee and tea with some baking mixes, snacks, grocery items, breakfast and other baking items, and then a mishmash for the rest. And what I would like to do is make it tea and coffee with the liquid drinks to get them somewhere I can see them as opposed to buried. And then baking items, and we'll see what else goes there. And then that grocery in the same spot, and then snacks and breakfast items on the same level. Maybe, or maybe have snacks and breakfast items share the tall level and the shorter level, and then everything else get kind of figured out. So I'm gonna just start putting things in there, and then I will report back and let you know how it looks. I also grabbed a container that I found in the garage that was holding like some dryer balls for these crackers. It's 4:57 and I just wrapped up. I'm proud of myself. I got it done in the time frame I wanted to, and I got a walk-in. I am not feeling super hot right now, but that's fine because I was expecting, you wouldn't think it, but like bending over, I mean, you would think it if you think about how big my kidneys are, but bending over a whole bunch does so much crappiness for how I'm feeling. But I'm proud of myself for getting it done. I have some stuff to make really quick dinner tonight, and I think I'm gonna do one of those things. So maybe use some of those rice bowls, and we have some ready to cook carnitas or beef short ribs that I got from TJ's because I knew it was gonna be one of those weeks. And it's just Jess and I, and I've got some broccoli I can steam from the freezer. I might do that for dinner tonight. Use up a couple of those rice bowls. I'm gonna post those printables on the inside of my pantry door, and I'm gonna have the kids and Jess and I try and cross off things when they're used up, so that we know we're using them. The only things I want to add to the pantry that I know I'm going to need to is more peanut butter, because we need more peanut butter. The kids go through it like fucking peanut butter. And that might be it when I do a grocery shop. I'm gonna try and use everything up. We'll see. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What is one thing you always have to have available, whether it's pantry product or a refrigerated product or some kitchen food? What is one thing you have to have available either for yourself or somebody else? It used to be those rice bowls for us, but now it's pretty much peanut butter. So peanut butter and some sort of sumo fruit or citrus fruit for RJ. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, friends, peace.